Hello, my beautiful Tauruses. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I am just shuffling up right now, catching a vibe, getting ready to do your February 2021 tarot reading. For those that are new, welcome. It's a privilege and honor to read for you, connect with you, and ascend with you. All right, please like, share, subscribe. It is much appreciated. And to the usual suspects that like, share, subscribe, and positively engage this channel, send me their genuine love and light. I appreciate you guys. Angel gang gang. All right, so before we get into your downloads, I am doing this reading a little bit late. It's like 11 o'clock at night. So if I seem a little bit tired, it's because I kind of am, but I do have downloads for you guys. I was meditating on your reading. So I'll give you these downloads. We'll get into prayer and get into your spread. But before I do, for those that timestamp the reading prior to the prayer, please continue to do so. And if you guys want to bypass the intro, just see below in the comments. Angel Gang would have timestamped it for you. Okay? But yes, www.queencup.ca is stocked right now with 4 different resin species. So we've got the green Hajari, the red Hajari, Cartieri, and Freriana. All of these are ethically sourced, sustainable, as well as edible. So I use these as tea a lot. So I don't just burn them. I put them in tea and steep it. And then that's why the honey is really good to add to it. It is a medicinal honey because it has trace benzoic acid in it, which is an anti-inflammatory. So it's great for the face. It's great for adding in tea. I mean, you could bake with it, but that's a little bit pricey. I like just adding a teaspoon of it. I include a little rose gold teaspoon there for you in my tea. And then our frankincense and myrrh butter, which is great for the face, for the skin, and all that. And then what we did add to the website for those of you that smudge a lot is the 1 pound bags. So if you guys have already got your smudge kit, because in the smudge kit there are 2 different resin species. So if you guys have a favorite and you want to kind of focus on that, you guys can buy it in the 1 pound bags. Okay. And then with regards to the actual smudge kit, so for those of you that are very new to smudging and you don't have a burner and you don't have the charcoal and you haven't really tried out the resins, we offer smudge kits, and like I said, they include 2 different resin species, charcoal and one of our brass burners. These brass burners we import from Greece, so that's what's sold out is the burners, but we do have a rush order coming in mid-February of the small ones, and then mid-March we'll have the large and the small ones coming in stock, because that one with the large ones are on a boat, so we're actually getting the small ones express shipped on a freight for us, just so that we can have some smudge kits to offer you guys in the meantime. And then if you do want a smudge kit, you guys can become members of the website and you guys will be notified when the kits are back in stock. Okay. So yes, I'm also going to be doing something a little bit different. So for those of you that are, usual suspects over here, you guys know that I don't usually put a lot of content in between the monthlies. So now in between the monthly zodiac signs, I'm going to try something new, and it is a series called Stepping into Mission with whoever I'm interviewing. And these are freedom fighters, these are humanitarians, these are light workers of all kinds that are actually in mission at this time, and a little bit about their journey, how they stepped into mission, what their karmic cycle looked like, because everybody's unique karmic cycle and the pain and the trauma that they go through really does set them on a journey of healing and ascension, and then in a specific journey of mission. So I think that would be a really inspirational series to offer, because many of you guys have been in this ascension journey, and a lot of this ascension leads to you stepping into mission and creating impact and change to people outside of yourself. Not to say you're not already doing that, but I'm just saying I think it would be really supportive just to have some content that supports the mission side of this ascension journey and not just the relationship side, friends, romantic partners, that kind of thing. So I already did one with Dr. Anjanette DiCarlo, and she also did a presentation. So I have 2 videos for her. One of them is her stepping into mission, and she was just really vulnerable and open, and I really appreciated that. So I think you guys will enjoy that. But also she did a full presentation with visuals and everything about frankincense. So the history of it, visuals of the women who do the sorting, the men who do the tapping, the frankincense trail, because essentially it's extremely dangerous to harvest frankincense, and you'll understand why when you see the presentation and where these trees grow. A lot of these trees grow off of the side of mountains and cliffs, and it's just really beautiful presentation that she did. She's also a professor. I believe it's at the University of Vermont. But yeah, anyways, I can't wait to share that with you guys. So just keep an eye out for that. I will set it as a premiere. I've never done premieres on YouTube before, but I will set it as a premiere so that me and whoever we're interviewing at the time can be in the comments, in the chats, answering questions. I think it'll be really fun. But anyways, so that's something new, and I hope you guys support that and enjoy that, more importantly. Okay, but yes, we're going to get into your downloads. We are going to use the California Tarot. I had about 4 or 5 new decks that I'm just kind of circulating through all of the signs, and yeah, but let's get into prayer and get into it. You guys can timestamp now. Okay, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective all the messages that are in their greatest good, surrounding the material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to them, their personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular, all the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you, so glory be to the Most High, forever and ever. Amen. Okay, so Taurus, I've got a couple of downloads for you guys. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. Yeah. Okay, so the 2 downloads that I got, these 3 cards here, so the Knight of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Swords. These cards reflect the second download that I got. So the first download was that some of my Tauruses had a change of heart, or somebody had this about you. Okay, so we're going to get into, I want to start off with the change of heart because that was the first download that I had for you guys. And I was driving on the way from getting food and I saw it on a big billboard. It was like electronic billboard before you get on the highway, and I saw it and I just was downloading on the way home, and then like I said, it's kind of late, but I felt like I had to get these messages out. So with regards to this change of heart, for some of you, it's you that has the change of heart towards something or someone. Now, it could be either way. This could be you're changing your heart to be open to somebody when you thought you weren't going to be, or were closed off or withdrew. You're getting a change of heart, and it could be for any reason, but you're changing and now you're deciding to actually open up to someone or the idea of something or an opportunity that had been pitched to you, okay, with this Knight of Pentacles, all right? For others of you, it is surrounding, I think, career. So some of you guys have a change of heart surrounding something that you said you wanted to do, or someone you said you wanted to do or commit to or engage with or move forward with. I think you guys are having a change of heart and are deciding to now pull back your energy, okay? Now, for some of you guys, though, it's actually somebody else. And if it is somebody else, I feel like it's an employer, and you might not be aware because you might have thought, oh, you might have been getting the energy like, oh, my boss isn't going to do this, or my boss isn't going to consider me for this, or my boss is going to do this because of the kind of signs or what they said to me, and then all of a sudden their behavior changes or their response changes or the outcome changes, and it's because they had a change of heart. So they could have been telling you that they were considering you for something, and then you go to follow up and they're like, well, that's not available anymore, we just decided to go into a different direction. They had a change of heart, and it could have been personal to you or not personal to you, but there's a switch up that an employer has for in your favor or not in your favor. I'm not really sure. I'm really getting dualities in all of these 12 zodiac signs, like being brought from one end of the scope to the other and right back. It's been quite exhausting this month with these readings. And I've been going through my own emotional purging and all this kind of stuff. And but for some of you guys, this is actually a friend. If it is a friend or a family member, I feel like it's a change of heart surrounding some kind of travel or movement or a move. So somebody might have been open to you coming to visit them or stay with them, or might have, and I think that they've changed their mind, or this could have been to a no. So somebody might have said no to you when you asked to go somewhere with them or to do something, or even ask them for a favor of some kind. With the Five of Pentacles, needing a favor, somebody could have said no, and all of a sudden you're going to get whatever it is you asked for that they originally said no. It could have been money, and all of a sudden you get a wire transfer and it's, you know, a couple $100 to help you out, or, you know, something of that nature, and you're going, oh, why the change of heart? For others of you, it's actually not in your favor. So it's somebody who said they were going to help you out, and they said, Knight of Pentacles, that they were going to offer some kind of help to you, or that they committed to doing something with you. And now you feel left out in the cold because they switched up on you, and you're reflecting, going with the Four of Swords. You're reflecting, you feel kind of hurt, and you're trying to reflect and understand what happened. Okay. So that's what I'm getting with the whole change of heart. Now, the other message that I got was that, Taurus, you're being bombarded with opportunities. And I say bombarded because I feel like you feel a little overwhelmed, like you need to pull back and reflect, that you can't actually decide to do anything yet because you just have so many options. It's like, I'm somebody who will stand in front of a vending machine for 15 minutes trying to figure out, do I want sour cream and onion, or do I want the barbecue, or maybe I want regular, or should I get chocolate? Like, I I can struggle with too many options like that. Mind you, I've gotten a little bit better as I got older. You know, it's like as I get older, I get more set in my ways and what I like and things like that. But I am getting that energy of what to do. But what I like about this is you're not going and asking the opinion of everybody else, which I think is why this is the Four of Swords and not the Three. I feel like in the past, you would have got people to help vet options for you and then feel left out in the cold when you made decisions and things didn't work out, and then you regretted them because you took people's advice. When the divine offered you opportunities, not to say that you can't seek counsel, but you really have to be in a certain mind frame and really strong minded in order to take people's opinions and use them as just objective feedback to help you better understand yourself and what you want. Maybe other pair of eyes because you can't see everything. But I feel it was more codependent, where you were going to people being like, I don't know what to do. What do you think I should do? Now you're getting the perspective of other people and what they would do, and then inheriting that and then regretting it. So what I like about this is you guys are being bombarded with opportunity and then taking quiet time, meditative time, and doing some research to kind of reflect and decide on what the best option is for you so that you don't regret it. Three of Swords or Five of Swords, because that's what the Four of Swords is in between, right? Now, what I'm also getting, some of you guys might be giving somebody too many options. So somebody might feel confused about whether or not they want to embark. It's not even you're giving them options. Some of you guys are the Knight of Pentacles and offered somebody an opportunity to do something with you. And I feel like somebody is unsure. It could be stepping into union with you. It could be dating you. It could be doing a special project, going even on a fucking trip. Like, I'm not really sure, but I just feel like you gave somebody the option to do something with you in conjunction with you, and somebody hasn't responded to you. So you're sitting there kind of waiting, feeling a little bit left out in the cold, wondering like, are you going to do it? Are you down? Nah. And I feel like the reason why somebody is dragging their heels on responding to you is because they might have a lot more options than you're aware of. So you might just think, I gave you an option, like what's there to think about really? It's a great opportunity. Well, it is, but when somebody's bombarded with a bunch of other options, it can dilute or confuse the person. So now they have to they're doing contrast and comparison, they're weighing pros, they're weighing cons, right? So this could be you bombarded with all the opportunities, or you offering an opportunity to somebody who's bombarded with a bunch of other options, okay? Now, what I'm also getting, and these are just downloads that these three cards are kind of reflection of, we're going to pull more cards and stuff like that, but that it was too little. It's just too little, too late. And I'm also getting that with the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. And this also speaks of the Six of Pentacles, which could be speaking of coming into balance or a situation being out of balance. And here's the Four of Swords. So I feel like for some of you, This is regarding, it could be regarding career. So for some of you, an employer is offering you a raise or offering you a position, and it's just too little too late. You've worked there for 6+ years, waiting for an opportunity to succession. It doesn't even matter the amount of time. I just said 6 because pentacles represent years. So wands represent days, swords represent weeks, cups represent months, and pentacles represent years. So that's why I said that. Either way, I feel like you feel like it's a little too late and you're still going to research other options for you. You're not excited about what your employer has offered to you because, like I said, you just feel like it's too little too late. Like this is a job that you should have been offered a long time ago, or you were told you were going to make get this kind of raise a year and a half ago. So now at this point you want another raise on top of the one you asked for. So you're still chasing this kind of tax bracket. You're feeling like you're never getting paid enough for your job. And it's because your employer drags their heels and is always offering you that money when it's just almost too late. It's almost like a stringing you along kind of tactic. So you would have been excited about this salary increase a year ago or a year and a half ago, but now it just feels lackluster. Like this isn't enough now. Now I'm looking for double what I asked you for last year, and you're only giving me what I asked for last year. It's not enough. So I do think some of you guys are seeking opportunity out of your current employer, because even if they're offering you a new position or a raise. Okay. Now, this could also be surrounding a friendship. I feel like somebody could be trying to show up for you after they had abandoned you and left you out in the cold. So now they're offering you some kind of help or something, or even some kind of commitment to do something with you. Like, oh, I'll do that now. Or what are you saying now? Or do you need help? And I feel like collective's going, I needed help 6 months ago. You know, I asked you for this a month ago. You know, I was hoping you were going to be there for me then. Now I can pass on you. I don't need it. Thanks. And I don't even think it's being spiteful. I think it's a genuine feeling like you're just like, it's okay now. Don't worry about it. I don't think you're being like, no, and then sitting there needing the help. Like, I don't think that's the case. Now, if it is romantic, I feel like somebody is offering you commitment. And it's funny though, because this was a commitment that I feel like with regards to romance, it's a little bit different. There's karma here for you, for the asker, because I feel like at a point in time, this was the level of commitment that you were asking for, and you still weren't getting it. And it was only the Knight of Pentacles. Now you ascend yourself to a higher level of commitment of self, which you then want reflected back to you, the King of Pentacles. And somebody from the past is returning, offering you the commitment that you wanted back then. So you're definitely thinking it's too little too late, but it is a mirror. This is what you wanted at a point of time. This was good enough for you at a point of time. You were chasing this at a point of time. And I feel like it's coming back to you. And yes, it's a little too late and you probably won't engage it, but it is to show you what it was you were manifesting then. Rejection was your protection. God knew you were worth more, that you would achieve, that you would commit to yourself. You would grow to a higher level understanding of commitment and stability in love, sex, and relationship, so that there was no point of moving forward in this and orchestrating this to come in when really and truly you would have had to outgrow it. Some of you did outgrow it. So you were in a relationship with this person and you've been with them for how many years, and now they offer you an engagement, and you're like, we should have been married for 2-3 years by now. So I don't want to have an engagement and then sit engaged for another 3 years. Like, this is not, like, are you down to commit or not? And I just feel like you're not even asking that, because I think you're just healing. You've healed over a heartbreak. You're just kind of reflecting over it now, going, it's not even worth it. It's just too little too late. So yeah, Taurus, I feel like you are feeling a little bit numb as well. Anyways, let's see what else we get. The Fool. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I feel like you have things being offered to you that you wanted at a period of time and you just don't want anymore because you have your eyes set on the Fool. It's a new journey. It is a fresh start. It's something exciting. And I just think that whatever's being offered to you now isn't new and exciting. It's things that you've already had to let go because it wasn't offered to you at the time, or that I feel like you might have outgrown certain things, Taurus. So people are excited about shit and you're like, I'm over it. Like, I'm not even on that kind of tip no more. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of alignment. Like, I feel like Taurus has aligned themselves with a new journey with the Fool. But it doesn't mean what you were once aligned to isn't still coming towards you. So it's like you have a ship coming in that you were trying to will, and as it was taking its slow ass time coming, you realigned, you made new plans, you made new logistical plans, i.e. manifestations. And now now it's like you're waiting for this ship or this train to come in, but you are forgetting that you did have another order. You did place another order. And you're going to get that order and you're going to realize that you don't want it anymore. You want the other ship. You want the other train that you made plans for, that you manifested, because it actually has what you want on it. That's going to be a reflection of this fresh new start, this new perspective, a new journey that I think Taurus is looking to be on, because I feel like what's being offered to you is a similar experience, something that you've outgrown or don't want to go down that path anymore. You're done with something, really. Yeah. You want a new relationship. You want a new relationship. This is really beautiful. I see Taurus saying, I want to grow old with somebody. I feel like they've grown old together. Some of you made a joke. I grew old waiting for this motherfucker to pull through. Like, yeah, I think you're definitely, it's the Knight of Pentacles. You're just not, I feel like somebody missed this train and they're trying to get caught up, but there's no way. That horse is not going to outrun that giant ass train. That train goes like 100 miles an hour once it picks up speed. So a horse might make 60, you know, I don't know. Anyways, I'm not a pro or with that kind of stuff, but in the middle of the spread is the Two of Cups. And above it is the Five of Pentacles. I feel like somebody is trying to balance something out with you. Yeah, the King of Wands under the Four of Swords. That's what I'm saying. I just feel like you have new desires now. You have new ambitions, and somebody's trying to come and offer you what you wanted like 5-10 years ago, even last year. For some of you that have really like changed in the past year or two. Like, I feel like somebody's a little late to the game. You know what I mean? And is all riled up and excited, but meanwhile Taurus is kind of going like, oh hey, oh that's great. And they're all like, yeah, and you're just kind of like, yeah, not anymore, no thanks, I'm good. I feel like Taurus is no longer also waiting for somebody to catch up, waiting for somebody to offer them what it is they want. They took, some of you, Taurus, you took yourself out of the cold. I think you were waiting for somebody to save you, whoever this horse is. I think you were waiting, this cowboy is, I think you were waiting for somebody to save you, and I think they never came. And I think you then took your matters to the Lord, and the Lord showed you how to align yourself and position yourself to save yourself, which is why you're at the Four of Swords and you're not at the Three of Swords anymore. So you can heal, you can reflect over heartbreak. You're not particularly heartbroken. I mean, I'm not saying you are ecstatic. I just think you're a bit, it's like a scar that's become numb, like scar tissue. It's like scar tissue has built up towards somebody or a situation, so you're a bit numb to it. And I just feel like you want something new, you want something different. I feel like you saved yourself and you've manifested, you're now manifesting something that is a reflection of your strength, your commitment to self. I also feel like Taurus was waiting for somebody to take some kind of action, and the Knight of Pentacles can be really slow and procrastinate. And I just feel like beside the King of Wands, that's night and fucking day. And I really think it's hard to believe that this is the same person. If this is relationship based, I don't think it's the same person at all. I think Taurus manifested somebody who was more like them, who would take action, who would do shit. Because what I think this person was a reflection of in the past was your lack of seriousness to yourself and your lack of commitment to self. But when it comes to like an action and doing things, I feel like this King of Pentacles, this King of Wands who's underneath you, I'm seeing this as you, Taurus, whether male or female, is actually more of a reflection of that energy of you not waiting for somebody to save you, you getting up, saving yourself, making shit happen, manifesting, not waiting around. And now somebody's mirroring that. So that's why it's like this Knight of Pentacles now shows up and it's kind of like the party's over. It's like somebody showing up to a party, to the club at like 2. I can't even say that because the club will pop off at 2. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying like back in the day, you know, it's like somebody's just late to the party. You know what I mean? Like but somebody's a bit narcissistic from the past. They're like, look, I'm here now. And it's just like, dude, sisterin, like, hello, you're late. Like, this isn't even on anymore. We've moved on from this now. Like, and I think somebody's mirroring you who's a lot more action oriented, because I feel like you're numb and this King of Wands is quite passionate. It's the polaring opposite. The polaring opposite of what you were once waiting for. If this makes any sense. Like I said, I'm doing this like 11:30 at night. Usually I do these readings a lot earlier when I have more energy and stuff. But like I said, I was driving, about to get on the highway, and this billboard said change of heart, and I just downloaded the whole way home. So I got here and I just was like, let's do this. Let's do this. The Six of Wands underneath the Fool. And I see this as them. I feel like there's a little bit of like a duality here. I feel like love, sex, and relationship went very slow. I feel like it was very lackluster. I feel like it was a struggle. And I just feel like the victory you have in a future or the current partnership that you've manifested is the totally opposite experience. You're almost getting this energy of it wasn't supposed to be so difficult. It wasn't supposed to take so long. It wasn't supposed to be such a burden. Like I just feel like some of you thought that you were having hope in love by being complacent and waiting and sitting on your hands. It just felt like a really stagnant, painful energy that you came out of, waiting for somebody to show up, waiting for somebody to take you out of the cold, balance the situation with you, do right by you, and it just didn't happen. And then instead of waiting for somebody to do it, you took your matters to the Lord, and the Lord came through quick, with the quickness. The Fool, the Two of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Six of Wands, that is feeling victorious in love quite quickly, regardless of what you decide to do. Even if you don't decide to marry and engage this person right away, you just feel a sense of pride and success and forward movement in relationship after a period of feeling really stagnant in a relationship. And I'll be honest, it could be the same person, you know, and something changed within them and they picked up speed, but I'm more guessing that it's a different person. Okay? But you guys have to use your own discernment. All right? So let's see. We'll pull 2 more from the California Tarot. Look at the people cheering for them in the background. I feel like the people around you, like your true friends and family, they wanted you to drop something and move on from something because they knew it was taking too long. They could have want you to leave a relationship because they knew this person wasn't committing and dragging their heels about it. And quite frankly, I think the only reason why somebody's rushing, this Knight of Pentacles is finally rushing, is because they procrastinated too long that they feel like they're going to lose out on something. That's quite selfish. So again, this isn't somebody who's rushing to your needs for thinking I need to balance this out because I shouldn't have left my partner or this person like this. It's, oh, I might lose out because I don't feel their energy anymore, and their family and friends have even disconnected, and I feel like they're manifesting somebody different or somebody else is giving them more attention. And now all of a sudden they're moving. That's not the reason to pursue somebody. That's selfish. So their karma is going to be you kind of being like it's too little too late, or them seeing you in a totally new relationship with somebody else. The Fool and the Two of Cups, that's a loud statement, Taurus. That is a very, very loud statement about you guys going into a new union. Or even if this is employment, this could be a job that you manifest, that's great, and then you now submit your resignation, and your employer counteroffers and says, well, we wanted to offer you this, and we've got this, and there's all these changes happening, and you're like, I've been hearing about these changes since last year, and nothing's happened, and now I'm offering my resignation, or I'm giving my notice, and you want to offer me some shit. It's just kind of like, I was a corporate recruiter. I always advised my recruits, my clients, to never take a counter offer. Ever. So anyways, because if you get a new job and they offer you what it is you want off of hop, and then an employer only offers you something because they think you're leaving, why did then this employer offer you something just from vetting you? And your employer, who you've proved yourself to, worked for, and dedicated to, isn't going to offer it to you. No, that's not a good look. Wow, the Chariot. Look at the speed. It's just, you're coming out of a period of serious stagnancy in love, and I think it was because you were waiting around for somebody, and it gave somebody the impression that they had time, and they did not. The universe doesn't wait for you or them. And I think you picked up on that and decided to align yourself to a new beginning, one that reflected what you truly want, which is your ideals of commitment. And I just see that being mirrored back to you in another person, and things moving relatively quickly. The Knight of Wands and Death. Wow. I feel like this is somebody who ran to come and meet you at this tree, and you're gone. And where are you? You're on this boat. You're gone. So you weren't waiting for the boat to come and bring you anything. You were waiting for the boat to pick you up. I just don't think you realized that there was somebody else who made it to that port to take that ride with you, i.e. the Fool, this new journey. There is like a lot of change. And I just feel like somebody is going to, because this could be very well you, Taurus. I'm just not picking it up that way. When I originally pulled these cards, I got this as being you. And this is definitely you. This is a couple moving really quickly. Because of compatibility, not because of some kind of illusion. Even though the moon can represent illusion, but it's full. So I just feel like it's illuminating. There's a conscious connection. There's a link. It's just you going into another union going, I knew it wasn't supposed to be this hard, or take this long, or be such a struggle. I knew I wasn't supposed to convince somebody into why they should marry, commit to me, move in, do this, whatever. And no different than career. Now all of a sudden you take this new opportunity and this new job, and they're successing you, and they're already talking about, wage increments. Well, once this project's done, there's this, and every 6 months we review you, and at the end of every year, there's this increase. Like, it just seems so simple. You don't have to beg. You don't have to keep following up with the employer and asking for meetings and them dodging you. And it's just a really big switch, Taurus. It's about to get easier for you. And it's not easy as in life's easy, because this is a fucking journey. Okay, it's a new journey, your new karmic cycle. It's going to cause another death and rebirth. And we already know how painful death and rebirth processes are. But when you have somebody by your side going through it with you and you're helping each other, it feels a lot less painful. And I just feel like this Knight of Coins and this Knight of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles was fucking painful. And now the only one who's really feeling the pain is the person who procrastinated, because they were, this is somebody who thought they had time on their side, because they didn't realize divine runs time. They thought they ran time. So this is somebody quite narcissistic, because with the Knight of Wands cornering diagonally this Knight of Pentacles, this is somebody who now, see, they went from still to moving really quick to now leaping forward. And it's just, I mean, they're so late to the party. It's not even a fucking joke. And I don't want to be mean or anything, because that's going to be a karmic lesson within itself. This is somebody who goes from, whoever this person is who dragged their feet and procrastinated, they are going from one end of the spectrum to the other. So dragging their feet, procrastinating, to being super impulsive and moving too quickly, but they're still at the Knight stage. So there's a lot that they have to learn, where it just feels like, collective, you did your learning that graduated you to the King. There's victory, there's recognition here, there's the Chariot. You've transformed. So I just feel like this person didn't make it to the port. And it had nothing to do with you. It had to do with themselves, loving themselves enough to want to create change and move forward. They didn't have it. So that's why they didn't make it for you. That's why they didn't, it wasn't spiteful to you. Well, I'm just going to sleep on, collective, and I'm just not going to. No, it was them not fucking loving themselves enough to make it to what was for them, or could have been for them, or maybe that was never meant to be for them, collective. That's a better way of looking at it, instead of being like, oh, you could have had this, because that's what this immature energy is thinking. Oh, I could have had that, could have had that. And I don't think collective's seeing that anymore, especially when you manifest all this forward movement and new opportunity. You're going to look at it like it was never meant to be. This was meant to be. This was meant to be. So that's a, I heard that's a damn shame for somebody, not for you, or it could be you. And if it is you, man, this is a really painful lesson, but it will get you to mature and grow and not take time for granted, and to trust your instincts and build connections with the divine, so that you stay in alignment, so that you never miss this train ever again. Especially the train that is for you and meant for you, because that will really hurt. What I feel though, collective, it's not that you can't miss your train. What's meant for you is meant for you. What will happen is now this person has missed this train, and now they are actually going to be in the position that you were in. Healing, reflecting, and feeling left out in the cold. Feeling like they're waiting. And they're going to do exactly what you did, which was eventually love yourself enough to create change, to manifest, to make it to the port on time. So this was a karmic relationship that you were coming out of and cutting ties with. And then it looks like quite quickly you move forward into a divine partnership that matches your willingness, your ability to move forward, your drive, your ambitions surrounding love, sex, and relationships, and everything you can do with these relationships. Okay? And then at the bottom, the Page of Pentacles, there's that commitment. Temperance, Ace of Wands, wow. Queen of Swords, and the Star. Yeah, I think the Queen of Swords energy is, if this person actually tries to reach out to you, it's the energy that you have towards them. They're going to think you're cold, but I think you're just being honest. But they're going to see you as being cold. This King Wands doesn't. King Wands like, you tell him. You tell him. Be honest now. Okay, let's just pull quickly which house is active. I can't believe we're already 40 minutes in. For my beautiful Tauruses. 7th house. This is the house of, this is Libra. House of partnerships, close confidant-like relationships, marriage and business partners, agreements and treaties, matters dealing with diplomacy, relations of all kind, including known enemies. I'm not getting the known enemies part that I did when I did, I forget, this came out in another reading, and the known enemies was really coming out. I think it was like fucking, it was either Scorpio or Sagittarius. Sagittarius, like some of those readings were really, like, I don't want to say low vibrational, they were kind of dark because it was touching on some people coming out of some serious karmic cycles, man. But this is, I don't think I need to further explain. I think it just kind of confirms everything that we discussed. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels. Can I just get a few? Norman. Queen of Swords again. You're not being cold, you're being honest, but somebody might feel that way because you either will never communicate with this person again. Why? Because you're gone. And it's obvious and everybody knows it and there's nothing left to say. It's like it's dead. It's by the time this person shows up, they're a fucking skeleton. Like, you know what I mean? And you've moved on, where for some of you, you actually will hear from this person. And like I said, they might see you as being cold, but I think you will be very, very honest about there being no opportunity to move forward with them because you just don't want it anymore. You know, it's not even, it's like, it's okay. You know, like, I feel like you're not going to be cold, but they'll take it that way because there's no room to convince you otherwise. You don't see this as being valuable anymore. Which is why it was never for you to begin with. There's some karma here and mirroring. Jill, you're intrigued. And that equals the healing and reflecting. I think for those of you that do hear from this person, I think it will bring a lot of healing because for some of you, you are under the preconceived notion that somebody did this on purpose or that somebody was being malicious and they really weren't. They had their own reasons for why they procrastinated. They didn't have it in them. They were only going to offer this anyways, and maybe they were more aware of what you wanted and their inability to be able to give it to you. So I do see there is some kind of healing that does come. The truth about some kind of heartbreak. Somebody might communicate they took you for granted, and I just see you being like, it's okay, I totally, listen, it's karma. Like I think you're at a higher perspective now. I don't think you're angry. I don't think you're bitter. I think you see it for what it is. Yeah, you walked away, the 8 of Cups. You're done with this emotional experience. You're no longer juggling and confused about should I wait, should I move forward. You're no longer angry and bitter. Like I said, this is you having a conversation with somebody where you can actually celebrate the end because you're not bitter and angry anymore, which I think you were at a period of time. And then the Ace of Pentacles. Absolutely. And there's Jack. This is somebody who takes action towards you, collective, to offer you this. And it's just a reflection of the commitment to self that you've made. This is the manifestation. Actions you made to manifest. So I'm not going to wait for this anymore. I'm going to create balance for me. I'm going to create healing. I'm going to do whatever healing necessary so that I can be open to the future. And then the future comes and takes action towards you. And the 10 of Cups. That's the loyal dog. I just feel like this loyalty is in front of you. And then there's the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. And the 6 of Cups. That's a new soulmate. Some of you actually might be confused about entering into this soulmate relationship. So some of you guys actually might not be fully open because you feel like, I feel like some of you that are bombarded with options in love, it might not be all these people. I think it's because you met somebody, this King of Wands, who's a lot more passionate and sure about the connection. And then somebody comes with this very old, stale offer, something you did once want. And I just feel like you getting to see that it's only the Knight of Pentacles and you're trying to manifest now the King of Pentacles actually gets you to feel more sure about embarking forward in this new relationship, which I think you were going to do anyways, but I think you were kind of hesitant and dragging your feet and being the Knight of Pentacles and kind of procrastinating to this King of Wands. And then once this King of Pentacles comes back and offers you what you once wanted once upon a time, you realize, no, I'm done with this, and you will feel a lot more sure about moving forward in a new relationship, one that you've already manifested. Okay? And then let's wrap up with a karma angels, my beautiful Tauruses. Please like, share, subscribe. For all things frankincense and myrrh, go to queencup.ca. And for daily, weekly content, you can check me out over on Patreon/queencup. And keep an eye out for some different content. I'll still, of course, do the monthlies and go live with you and fuck around with you guys doing lives now and then. But I do want to offer new content surrounding stepping into mission and, you know, getting tribe members to come out and talk about their experiences and how they're in mission and how they got there. I think it will inspire all of us, okay? And Gabrielle, number 3, this came out for Cancer. Miraculous messages. God is my strength. This card is saying, listen and watch out for messages. There is something specifically for you on its way. That something special you have longed for may materialize. Give attention to your dreams, those of day and night, and reflection. Challenge, act on what you hear, and lesson. If you feel wrong, it probably is wrong. If it feels wrong, it probably is wrong. And I just feel like it's this Knight of Pentacles. Even if it comes in before the King of Wands does. If it's an employer, it feels wrong. Because it just doesn't, you're not excited. You should be excited about a promotion or a raise, but the fact that you're not just shows that it's probably too little too late, and that you should increase your ambitions and your wants for yourself and seek opportunity and increased finances elsewhere. Okay? Strive for the best. Okay? Anyways, I love you guys, and until the next time I see you, keep letting your inner angels live. Mwah. Bye, Taurus.